interested in. There's actually quite a few things. I think I'm gonna have to buy another. I have to do all this before August, obviously. I'm gonna probably pick up another 8 gig card and 8 gig memory card, so I can get some more stuff because I only have about, I'm trying to think, 3.5 or 4 gigs on this card. I don't think I'll pick up any actual Vita games on there, maybe one or two. I'm telling you what though, the physical Vita games I would assume are going to even gain more value because you're not going to be able to download them digitally. I did read though where I saw that anything you've owned previously can be re-downloaded if you don't have it downloaded at the time. So if you paid for it, you can re-download it at least. I mean, it kind of sucks, but you know, I always was on the fence about downloading stuff that I wanted, and then all of a sudden I hear that, I'm like, well, might as well do it. I mean, a lot of people look at the Vita as a legacy console anyway. You know, you can get a lot of PSP stuff on there. There's a lot of PlayStation 1 stuff on there. You know, and a lot of good downloadable games as well, other than like actual PS Vita games. There was download-only games. So I'm making a list of games I want on there. There's quite a few things. Like I might pick up Uncharted Golden Abyss just digital. Just to have it, because I think it's only $15 on there. I mean, I have the physical copy, but if I end up ever selling it at some point, you know, I will have it because I really did like that game. I wouldn't do that with more than like 1 or 2 games though, because then you're just buying games again and taking up space. The Jack and Daxter collection is only $10 on there, so that's another one I'll pick up. Although it's 3 gigs, so it's going to take up space. That's why I need a second card. I saw they had Super Star Wars on there. You know, that originally came out on the Super Nintendo. I love those 3 games. That, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. They only have the first one, but that's $10, so I was looking at that as well, because I enjoyed those games. It'd be kind of cool to have that one on the go. I was looking at Final Fantasy Tactics War of the Lions. That was another PSN game. I don't know how you say it. I think it's Jean d'Arc. There's another strategy game that came out on the PSP. I believe that one's $15. I remember when those games came out. They were highly touted. I had a PSP back in... I've owned... I want to say I owned at least... I know for a fact I own 2 PSPs. I got one for my birthday. Oh, that had to be maybe 2006 or 7. Then I had one again. I bought it for like $100. I had like a little bit of a gift card left at Best Buy. I think they were selling them at the time, and like, this had to be before I got the Vita. It might have been 2013. And I had Silent Hill Shattered Memories. I remember my fiance got me that, and Castlevania X Chronicles. I think the Shattered Memories is probably through the roof expensive-wise. It's probably like a $70, $80 game now. And speaking of which, I was on one of the game stores. Actually, yeah, I think it was the Game Trading Post, and Silent Hill 3 for the PS2 was $130, and Silent Hill 2 was $100. I was like, holy shit. I'm like, when did these games gain value? Like this? That's crazy. Especially Silent Hill 2 used to be one of the, I wouldn't say cheap, but it wasn't obscenely priced. It's funny, the Fatal Frames, you can get them new for like $50. They're on the cheaper end. You'd think those would be more expensive. And obviously you have your Rule of Rose and Haunting Ground that are like they're probably over $200. Who knows, at this point they could be 3. That's the thing, it's pretty much up to the people, or like game stores, retro game stores can pretty much decide the prices of these games if they want. You know, they kind of have to adhere to maybe other stores and hobby's in alright shape, so I'm happy to have that. They're cheaper on the Xbox, even like Silent Hill 2 is cheaper as well. 3 didn't come out on the Xbox. So, that's fun. What else? Did my 2 shady vids. I think I'm going to take a little time off of the shady vids. I don't mean a long time, maybe like 2-3 weeks without putting up a video. I do have a couple more requests I have to do that I had written down for the shady ones. Bouncer and gum chewing gum salesman, so I'm going to wait on those. Honestly, I filmed the 2. It was the interrogation request and then the second gadget store, and I think they came out alright, but I don't know if it's not that I wasn't motivated, it's just, I don't know, I wasn't feeling it. And I still think they were alright, but they didn't view as well as I would like or hoped, but I didn't like, I was making them and I don't know, sometimes I'm not feeling it when I make a video. That doesn't mean I'm not putting my full effort into it, it's just I feel like it's not flowing well enough. Because with the shady videos especially, I really need to be in the mood to make them. Request or one I just make myself, my own idea. I need to be in the mood to make them because I want them to be, as good as possible. But a lot of people really like them both, so especially the interrogation one. The people who commented really liked the acting in it, so that was nice. I did get a request for, I'll probably do that one this week actually. Maybe I'll film it tomorrow or Tuesday. For like a gum chewing hockey jerk coach roleplay, that could be kind of fun to do, so. I don't know, YouTube's weird, like I'd love to like almost have combos with people who, regardless of your sub count, if it's lower or higher, very high, whatever it may be. Like people, I should say specifically people who put up like a lot of vids. Like I think last month I actually didn't put up a video 4 days. On 4 of the days, but I did do 2 in 1, so I think I would add 28 videos, and that's still a shit ton. I'd like to talk to people who put up videos, at least 20 a month to see if they kind of get the burnout. That sounds kind of stupid, YouTube burnout, but it's not burnout in the sense of like I'm overwhelmed with YouTube. It's just you're making so many videos that you're like, I don't want to say getting bored, but you feel like you've done so much and you're kind of like, okay, I don't know, you don't wear yourself out. It's not like I'm like, oh, I'm so tired from making vids or anything like that, but more just like, I just don't feel like making them kind of thing, not for a long period of time, but I'd like to talk, what other content creators who put up a lot of videos feel about that, because you feel like it's and like I said, I don't want to, like I missed, I didn't make one last Friday, not the Friday that just passed, the Friday before. I didn't do one that Sunday or Wednesday the 31st, and whenever I bounce back, today's the 4th, so it'll be 4 days in a row with vids anyway, but, which I'm kind of glad, because I'm always afraid to like lose the momentum I have, and then I stop, making videos for a little bit. That doesn't seem to have been a problem. We're into April now. I gotta do what I've been playing video. Haven't been playing much, just 2 games. One I actually beat last night, but I want to keep playing. That was fun. It was on Game Pass, and I think I have to cancel Game Pass by the 12th of April, so I'll punch more of that in. So maybe I'll film one of those tomorrow as well. Maybe that'll be tomorrow's video. It's just and whenever, like I said, I repeat videos a lot too, obviously, I'm doing rambles a good amount and game stuff. I'll probably do another full video game collection after my birthday, just to see, because I'm going to ask for games for my birthday for my fiance, so, and I'll have bought probably myself another 10, at least 15 by then. because it's kind of funny with me, because I do like collecting. I actually have probably the biggest collection I've had since I was probably very, back, when I was a kid, NES, when I still had all my NES, Genesis, Super Nintendo games, TurboGrafx games, and shit, Commodore, and all that crap. It's probably my biggest collection. It's not big. I mean, I'm going by the standards of, like, the people you see on YouTube who have, like, with 2, 3, 5, 10,000 games. I'm going by that. I probably have over 200, which is still a nice amount. I don't really have the space to fit a ton. But it's kind of funny to see, like, how my collection changes from year to year. Like, I think I did that last one, last July, maybe. You will see there'll be at least 20 to 25, maybe even 30 games that I sold and no longer have, that were in that video, and they will have been replaced with other stuff. Like, there's some GBA games I got rid of in there. I sold 2 Vita games. Not the ones anybody, any of the gifts for me, I wouldn't sell those. These are my own games that I bought myself. I sold 2 of those, which I kind of regret selling the one, because that's going to keep climbing in value. It was Muramasa Rebirth. I don't know why I'm hiding that information. I sold it for like $35. I actually sells for $25 on the Vita store, so that might be one I pick up just to have, because it was a cool game, but I was looking for like a little extra money at that point, and I was like, alright, that game does alright. But I keep track of the Vita game prices, man. Persona 4 is insane. I bought that game for $20 new. When was that? Oh, it could have been early 2018 or 19. One of the two. But I paid $20 for that new. That game's selling used for like $70 now, and that's a 2-year gap. New itself like $100. I think it was the last one I bought. Maybe if there was more, I should just grab more, right? Persona 4 dancing all night, selling through the roof. Summon Night 6, and they're just gonna keep going up now, which is it's crazy. It's nuts. And about the shirts, I was in work the other day, and I told them about the shirts, and they're gonna order them. Next time they put in an order for shirts, they're gonna order. I ordered 10. I think I said that. 5 large, 5 XL. I have 4 people who are interested, so I did put down the username, so I know them. I remember them on my phone. But like I said, when I get them made, I'll probably bring them home, and I'll show one if people have interest. It's not gonna be anything fancy or anything. Like I said, it's gonna probably say "Slip into Shadows" is shady on a black shirt. I don't know what color I want to do the ink yet, but I want to be simple for them to make it. I don't want to go nuts, at least right now. Just something to make, I'd probably sell them for like $15, $16. Just kind of something to do if anybody wants them, and if 4 people do, I started linking all my stuff, actually. It's the first time I think I did that. In yesterday's video, I linked my Twitter now that I've re-signed in, my Instagram. The PayPal, if anybody wants to donate. I always feel weird about that, like what you would call that. And now if somebody wants to buy a shirt, I would probably want it to go through PayPal, because that's like the easiest way to do it. I don't have anything else out, so I have to try to figure that out. And my Amazon wish list, put them all up there. I don't know if people even look down the description boxes. That's why sometimes I won't even put stuff in there. Sometimes I put a few things, and it's like weird. There's no consistency with me on that. I mean, those, Instagram, PayPal, and Amazon one are actually still all linked on my actual channel page. Yeah. And I still got some ideas for some new videos as well that I want to do. The funny thing is, I think I'm a little burnt out actually on the shady videos, to be honest with you. I mean, I think I have 13 in season 2. I think I got all of them in there. I'm like, I'll just call this season 2 and put them all in there. On top of all the other ones I did as well. because those are fun to make. It's just sometimes, like I said, I have to be in the mood to really make them for them to really be, I think, the best they can be. And it's kind of a different video too, to kind of differentiate myself from, all the other creators. It's something that's kind of my own. I'm sure there's other shady videos, but in terms of like that universe, because we all do barbershop or cranial nerve exam, obviously rambles and video game related stuff and eating, obviously everybody's bringing their own spin to it, but it's nice to have something that's kind of your own. I think everybody has that too, kind of, anyway. Every creator, I think, has something that's their own, But it's crazy how it's already year 5 for me on this. I mean, obviously, like I said in the past, I've been on YouTube making videos for longer than that. My first video I made was August 2009 on my video game channel. I want to still do something related to that too, but now that my phone's fucked up and it's not, I gotta fiddle with it. I can actually do it with my digital camera though. I want to do something related with that too. Maybe that'll be a new series. I'll find out. That's the thing with me too. I get ideas, in my head, and then I don't do them for like 2 months. I get like that with requests too, I think my problem is I kind of almost say yes to like every request, which I shouldn't, because I'm just not going to get to all of them. I feel like I do a good amount, but no, I there are some I didn't do, and some I will say, I feel like I can't do it well enough. But, what else? I guess I could film my word search videos actually on the digital camera as well. I think I filmed the first one, would have probably been filmed on the digital camera. I could film older gameplay, I believe, on a digital camera as well, but the newer stuff, the camera's not going to be able to keep up with the frames or whatever. So, although I'm going to be getting that, I was looking at the webcam stuff, so I'll probably be getting one of those either this coming week later or early the following week. I saw a nice one, it was like $50. It has like 3 kind of built-in actually lights on it, which could help with lighting. I'm pretty sure you can turn it, and it comes with a little mini tripod as well, so I kind of have, I don't know for sure, but to make this work, if I can, as long as the cable is long enough, I can have that thing hooked into this while putting a little tripod with the things stacked up onto the things in front of the TV, so I can film gameplay while still using this. I have to set it up because it has its own camera, its own mic, obviously. I'd have to disable that somehow and figure that out, so I'd be able to actually do gameplay with the Blue Yeti. Same thing with word searches as well. So yeah. I'll get it looks like a pretty nice one. I gotta read reviews on it. I think the reviews I saw stars like maybe 4.2 or 4.5 out of 5. It looks nice. But we'll see. And then maybe I'll do one of those super chats or live streams, whatever, as well. I have a little better equipment. I'll stop this one in a minute. I'll do another sport ramble this month, I'm sure. I almost won last night in a shootout. They were up 2-0 with the Blue League, but they won a shootout. Apparently Sorkin did really well. He's really picking up huge, man. And they beat the Capitals the other night 8-4, which was nice to see him get a win against them. I think they're done playing the Penguins. They did not do well against the Penguins this year. I think they beat them twice. They weren't. I think the Penguins beat them 6 times, but they didn't. Like the Islanders, I think, might have lost a shootout and an overtime game in there as well. The Bruins, they're doing well against. The Capitals are kind of even, but a little towards the Capitals. The Flyers, I think they're beating more now. obviously Sabres, I think they beat every time so far, and the Devils, they're doing well against. They've only played the Rangers 3 times. I think they're doing one against them, so they're gonna have a bunch of Ranger games coming up. But first things first, you want to see them make the playoffs again, and then go from there. And the NFL drafts this month. Maybe I'll wait till after that, then see what Denver does. Alright, guys. Turn this off for now and be back with another video tomorrow, probably at what I've been playing vid. And then I'll work out the rest of the week.